What's up, everybody? It's Matt Johnson. We are back with another episode of Real Estate Uncensored. This is the place where you get actionable ideas, insight, and inspiration to turn your real estate career into a life of freedom. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got a very special and hopefully fun episode because we have our brothers from another mother here with us today. That is the only way I can describe them, which is they are clones of me and Greg, and we're going to share how they've made over 90K in real estate commissions in 90 days, supposedly following some of the crazy advice that Greg's been giving them on this here podcast. Imagine that. So it's a very exciting show. They're also going to share their backgrounds and what they're up to and their entrepreneurial ventures. And we're going to talk about marketing for real estate. But before we get to them, let's bring in the man who helped inspire them to do all these crazy things. Greg McDaniel, my co-host and the Junior Grandmaster himself. What is up today?
What is up, my bitches? Yes, how is everybody? I'm excited to be back. I am somewhat healthy again. Guys, I don't know what was in the air today, but it was like everyone woke up this morning and like took a get in a car accident pill because there was a massive accident on 680 freeway, which is how I get to work. Shut it down until like 6 a.m. It's still backed up to this moment. I was then trying to be sneaky and go the back roads just like every other human being on planet Earth. And I was in gridlock, I say, in residential neighborhoods, get out and to another street, see a motorcycle cop who had been hit by another car. He was sitting in the middle of the road. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. Then I keep driving down the road a little bit more, and I see another accident. I mean, it in a Porsche SUV had its whole front end crumpled. It's just like, good Lord, stay away from the roads.
He's alive. Somebody turns the sprinklers on up there and nobody can drive, huh?
God, I know, dude. It's nuts. But I'm glad to be here safe and sound. Brandon, Chris, you guys are all, Jonathan, what am I saying, Chris for? John, dude, I had an awesome opportunity to do a McDaniel challenge with them. And dude, the three of us just sat there and spitballed ideas back and forth. I was throwing them stuff. They were throwing me stuff. So you guys better get your freaking pens out. This shit is going to rain knowledge. So guys, welcome. Glad you guys are here.
What's up? Hey, we really appreciate the opportunity to be on here, for real.
Hey, dude, we're just pumped to have you, man. Glad you guys took some time out of your day. We have a lot of people on the podcast watching us right now. So everybody who's watching us right now, thank you. Go share this out on your pages if you think it's going to be valuable, because I guarantee you it is going to be valuable. So
yes, it will.
Now that I've hijacked Matt's part of the show, I'll give it back to him nicely with a gift wrap. There you go, buddy.
Thank you. Exactly. All right. So first of all, make sure to subscribe on YouTube, yes, iTunes, and Stitcher, depending on whether you want the video version or the audio version. And where is it? Nestled between your ears, where it so belongs.
So deep, yes.
That's right. Yes. All right, so let's take a question, and then I want to hear a little bit about the background from the guys. So first of all, Amanda Leach asked, looking to spruce up the marketing plan I'm going to be sending to potential sellers. I need some different ideas. So first of all, we'll start with you, Greg. How would you spruce up a marketing plan for sellers? And I have something I want you to cover, but I'm curious just what your first impression answer is right off the bat.
Live video, everything. We were just talking about it before, guys. Instagram just came out with live Instagram. We were talking about how the pros and cons on that. I would start doing that regularly. I would do Facebook Lives. I would do Periscope into Twitter. Doesn't matter if you have a big following or not. Just start getting used to it, because it's not going to go anywhere. No one else, and the majority of the real estate agents are doing this type of thing. A few people I see doing it. So I would do live video. I'll do live video everything. That's how I spruce it up, because I think I had so many conversations with people, either on the McDaniel Challenge or just on offshoot conversations where they're petrified of video. Like they're just petrified of it. And I say, well, here's a spoiler alert, guys. People already know what you look like, and they already know what you sound like, and they still love you. It's okay. As long as you bring value, you're going to be good. So that's what that would be my tip.
Yeah. Fair enough.
My tip on that would be to be creative. Get creative with your Facebook advertising. Try some Facebook ads. An example we have is we have a client. They're selling their house. They have 2 commercial buildings outside. One's a mechanic shop. So on Facebook, I targeted mechanics. I targeted business owners. And I made different ads specifically for mechanics, specifically for entrepreneurs to target that specific house. So it's just really kind of getting creative with your advertising too, and thinking outside the box.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what I wanted Greg to get into, which he summarily dismissed and did not get into, which is the idea of taking.
You wanted to do something. You never told me what it was.
Taking your listing and looking at it as a product that has to be marketed to a specific segment of people, and then figuring out, okay, who are those people? Who is that segment of people that we believe is most likely to buy this house? And then, like Greg, you've talked about, like going through and demographically creating an audience for a Facebook ad and showing the seller exactly how many people Facebook believes falls into that ideal category that would be right to purchase their house, and say, look, I'm going to target this exact group that Facebook says they can target based on who I believe will buy your home. And we're going to run this type of ad for X dollars a day. You know, it's going to reach X number of people according to Facebook, and yada, yada. So I think just whether it actually yields a seller for that home or not, it is one of those things you can do to kind of separate yourself out.
Well, yeah, you can also do something like this. You can also go in and you guys, if you want to learn more about it, it's called building a custom audience for Facebook ads. So you can go to YouTube, type in how do I build a custom audience. You'll be able to get the nuts and bolts and the step-by-step process of it. But another thing is keep your ears tuned up to what's going on in the businesses and companies that are in your vicinity. Are people getting laid off? Are they bringing more people in? You know, are they expanding? Are they closing? What's happening? And then do specific ads to employees of that specific company, speaking directly to them. So Chevron here is moving a lot of people to Chevron in Texas. So there's going to be properties going to be going on the market. So I could say, hey, moving to Texas, got to sell your home, you know, and then push that out to all Chevron employees here in the Valley. I mean, doing something along those lines is something that you can do as well. So, and I would say maybe doing something even more along the product line.
Just run a Facebook ad that says, about to get laid off? Consider moving to Walnut Creek.
She can hit the
Wait a minute, should I know something? Like, oh, all right.
Yeah, we better sell your house real quick there, sir.
Did you know, you are actually, I thought about it. I actually thought about maybe like life changing on you. You need to sell your home. You know, something, just play with it, have some fun with them. Don't just tell them you're screwed and you're not going to be able to make your next month mortgage because you're getting fired. And I know before you. But I mean, in your conversations that you have with people, just have your ears tuned in to, you know, what's going on in the neighborhoods and businesses around you, then benefit off of it in the best possible way. Because if you're a good, solid agent and you don't take action on it, some dipshit that's sitting next to you in the cubicle that you know scams people might get that listing. You don't want your friends scammed, do you? No, Matt might, but I don't.
Hey, come on now. I don't want my friends scammed. All right, so guys, I'm curious. Give me the each of you give me kind of the 1-minute bio on who you are, where you are, and what you guys do.
Well, basically, I worked at a distribution center right out of high school for 7 years at Harris Teeter. And I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur my entire life. But then I got a good job making good money, but I was still living paycheck to paycheck. And I lost my vision for being an entrepreneur. And then we went into business together, and we started an HVAC business, basically cleaning like air ducts and stuff like that. And that went really well. We actually learned a lot of the marketing material, marketing ideas that actually transitioned into real estate. But then when we came across Greg McDaniels, some Grant Cardone stuff on YouTube and things like that, this gave us an inspiration to say, hey, let's take the marketing knowledge that we have and put it into real estate, and let's make some money. So that's kind of what we did. And that's why we got off to such a quick start, from learning a lot about real estate before we even got into real estate, as far as like the marketing part of it.
Yeah.
As far as who we are, my name is Brandon Fink. This is Jonathan Taylor. I'm more of the introvert, and he's more of the extrovert. He's super outgoing.
I couldn't tell. I had no idea.
So I'm always behind the scenes, marketing, creating content. He's always the one actually on the phones and creating the actual content that I have.
You can say it, bro. You're the brains.
Yeah.
I'm not too smart.
Greg will never admit such a thing, but thank you guys.
Are you calling me dumb?
I'm glad you guys understand your roles so well. Greg feels that he has both the brains and the beauty and the brawn and the energy.
Matt, yes, that is the truth. You know this. I live in a fantasy land where I am king, mayor, and the ruler of the land. So yes, that's how this works. Eileen, my team manager, is literally laughing out loud at me right now, like, God, you're a douche.
All right, guys. So you start an HVAC company. You get into real estate. Before you get into real estate, you were, what shall we say, smart. And you start investigating, like, hey, if I'm going to get into this business, I should probably figure out what the F I'm doing before I actually get my license, right? So you guys are paying attention to educational content and stuff like that. So what did you guys like hit the ground running and actually do out of the gate once you were licensed and actually able to do something?
There was two things we did. We had two strategies in place. One was something I could do, and one was something he could do. So the first thing I was doing Facebook advertising and running it through a drip campaign and stuff like that. And every day from I mean, literally 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Well, 7:30 a.m. The people get pissed at when I was calling at 7 a.m. So when I started calling people about 7:30, expired listings, and everything like that, using Mojo Dialer, the three-way dialer, and utilizing Cold Realty as a good circle prospecting tool.
Yeah, so he was doing the direct marketing, and I was doing the indirect marketing for the company.
Yeah, it's pretty good teaming.
You got a big old pair of brass balls on you, for calling someone at 7 o'clock in the morning, dude. It's like a big old cojones. Because, I mean, you call me at 7 o'clock in the morning, I would be pissed. But 7:30 is a totally different story. I totally get where they're coming from.
Hey, I was from my 7 o'clock calls. There was some people actually I was drinking coffee with them at about 7:30. So
at least you're getting your coffee, right? That's funny.
Yeah.
All right. So what were you guys doing, Brandon? What were you doing on the Facebook advertising side?
So on Facebook advertising side, I was basically setting up just different. I would literally set up 20 ads in one day, $5 per ad, and I would try different things. I would just literally keep trying different ads, different pictures, converting over to our website, and then let it run for 3 days. And whichever one worked best of those 20, I'd delete the other 19 and make 20 brand new ones.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much
a lot of split testing.
Yeah, a lot of split testing, tons of it. Yeah.
So you're split testing like different pictures of different types of houses and stuff like that, and then what different headlines you generate. What type of lead were you trying to generate?
What was that again?
Ready buyer.
Oh yeah, ready buyers.
A lot of them were just for buyers.
Okay.
That was pretty much almost all of our business.
A big obstacle, I don't want to jump ahead, but a big obstacle we overcame was when you first start doing Facebook advertising, is like Greg said, you want to identify, or like you said actually, you want to identify who you are going after. Mm-hmm. We kind of were beating around the bush for so long, but what we do now when we have a house to sell or whatever is we'll draw out a person on the whiteboard behind us. And we'll identify all the characteristics of that person from the Facebook demographics and targeting you can do. And that helps out a lot.
Now, are you guys, I know that's building your perfect avatar, and I love that. Are you giving them names like John and Sue Smith? Because I've heard that if you really humanize them down to that point, then you start building a relationship, not a romantic one, you weirdos, but building a relationship with that perfect avatar. I couldn't help myself. Building an avatar and building that perfect person. So you literally start thinking like that the potential.
We had to stop doing that only because I was calling everybody Silly Susan. And they didn't like that. So.
They got offended?
Yeah, they got offended. Oh, sorry. I really believe what I'm saying.
Dorky Don, Silly Susan. Anyways. But no, I think that's really an important thing to do. Identify what your perfect client would look like and then go after them. And then what is that book, man? I think it's called like 1,000 fans or 1,000 raving fans. You know the book I'm talking about?
Are you talking about Chris Anderson's, like the whole 1,000 true fans model?
Exactly. I mean, if you can just get 1,000 people that are your perfect client and focusing on just those instead of going all willy-nilly all over the place and run like a blind man in a dark room, you're going to run into a wall. But I mean, if you can laser point towards that, it's going to save you so much time. So sit down. And something I want to compliment you guys on is that you did actual work to get results. You didn't sit there and hope and pray that it's just going to land in your lap. When this thing is sitting next to you on your desk, you're going, "Come on, baby, ring, ring. Why isn't it ringing? Damn it! It still isn't ringing. It's broken.
All this work I've done, my phone should be ringing off the hook.
Yeah, I pay the bill every month. No.
Hey, to expand upon that though, honestly, is we got down to the point where we were taking so much action and just learning only, to where we were broke. I mean, we had literally no money. We know how we were gonna pay the freaking rent 10 days later.
Wow.
So we looked at each other like, dude, we have to do a little 90-day challenge and just start taking action tomorrow. No more learning, just start taking action.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a gal that I knew a long time ago, and I'm not kidding you. Her marketing strategy to attract new buyers and sellers was to watch YouTube videos all day long. That was the strategy.
Yeah, see, that was our strategy for a little while too, and that doesn't really pay off well. You gotta pick up the phone eventually and do some shit, okay?
Oh God, when I first heard that story, I just stood there and I'm like, what? All right. And then what? They're like, no, just watch the videos. I'm like, oh my God.
But Greg and Matt, I've watched all your shows.
Where are the clients? Where are the referrals? Damn it! Come on, man. All right, so guys, give us an idea when you guys hit the ground running and decided to start taking action. Obviously, Jonathan, you were hitting the phones at 5:30 in the morning, whatever it was. What were you guys spending the majority of your time on? And give us an idea of what each of your days look like.
I guess it would be me calling expires at 7:30, and then after that, getting back with all the leads I've talked to, in the prior weeks, and sending them. I was really big on video text messages. That was one of my biggest things that people loved, and I would even hit them up on Facebook Messenger as well. Send them a video, just a quick personalized video message, and they loved that so much. They were like, "Dang, that's awesome." So, I mean, that got them so much more comfortable. Just like you said earlier, with live video, that is so huge, and you can't beat a personal touch, but it's them seeing you face to face.
And to kind of back up on that, so when we get our leads on Facebook, they go to our website, and our website, it makes you put your information in, or you have to leave our page. So that's what you're talking about as far as we would have their cell phone numbers. That's how he would send them video messages.
Yeah.
No, one of the things that I found that like you guys, when I'm sending, Facebook Messenger, 15-second little clips, it condenses you down. It's micro content. That's basically your elevator, pitch on who and what you do, so you can really refine that. And a lot of like you guys, have seen happen. People are like, oh my God, I think you're like a grandmaster of Facebook Messenger. I'm like, nope, it's just an icon. You just press on it and watch out, the video happens. Yeah. But it also shows that you're technically savvy, and you're not going to waste a lot of their time. I mean, Matt hates it when I give him audio or video messages because he does not have the time to watch my videos. So I have to go old school with him and give him messages that way. Matt's like, yes, finally, he's hearing what I've been saying for years.
Thank you. Well, I mean, hearing / ignoring, but I know what you mean. All right. So,
passively listening, like, oh, wait, what'd you say? I wasn't paying attention.
All right, Brandon. So what did your day look like?
So my day pretty much was in the morning while he was making the cold calls. I was going over the analytics on the ads, cutting out the bullshit that didn't work, doing the mass amount of CMAs, so the comparative market analysis on all the homes that he would freaking get people to give him. So we would do the CMAs for him. That would take a lot of my day, honestly, doing CMAs. Yeah. And then by the end of the day, I was back out making more Facebook ads or whatever, just on the advertising side.
Yeah. And I would be doing calling the expires and doing circle prospect until around 11 a.m. And then I'll take a little break, and then I'll get back to it around 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock normally. So right back to circle. I mean, that was a lot of our business as well, just circle prospect, and literally just basically stealing all the scripts that Greg does with his clients, but making them a little bit more suave.
What?
Suave.
You dick.
I love it. That's awesome. All right. So how long are we talking about since you started to see, like, when did you guys take your first expired listing? I'm sure that was a big day for you.
Day one. Yeah.
Day one. Are you serious?
Day one, we was on the phone, and we met these people at their house at 1 p.m. the same day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Nice.
I was listening to Jack Canfield's Lessons or Principles of Success book, and there was a guy that what he did is he went out there and he just hustled it, and this has to do with real estate. And he said basically, take me to a city I don't know anybody, take my wallet, and within 72 hours I will buy a house with no cash down. And everyone thought he was absolutely bullshit. A reporter called him out on it. Goes, you're full of shit. You can't do this. They flew him out to San Francisco. Before 24 hours is up, he bought his first house with no cash down. By the end of the 72 hours, he bought 7 homes. So if he can go do that, and you guys can get your listing on your first day, what the fuck is your excuse, people? Why can't you go out and do this? In all honesty, it just takes hustle and grind. I mean, you guys are the epitome. Brandon, John, you guys are the epitome of hustle, man. Like I told you on our call, I have mass respect for you guys and the amount of work and stuff that you push out there. I mean, but was there a perfect time, guys, or was there a perfect script, or did you just hit the ground running? You didn't know which direction you were going to go, but you just took off, at Mach 2. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. There is a perfect time, it's now.
Yeah, exactly. or yesterday, like.
Yeah, because you only get 24 hours in your day. And, a little bit back onto that. Let's say, okay, so walk us through your day one of making $91,000. That's your take home. That's not, after the split, you made more than that in 90 days. What did you do first?
Went to Vegas.
Got massively drunk and hungover and came back stinking of booze and cigarettes.
Oh my God, that's funny.
The perfume.
What do you mean? Like what? Be a little more detailed with that question. Like, what do we do with the money? What do we do afterwards?
No. So when you guys were flat broke and you just started running, what was the first thing you started doing? Was it calls? Was it doors? Was it Facebook ads? Did you have the money for it? Just take us back to that day. What did you do? Because a lot of people that are going to hear this are going to be like, well, I don't know where to start. How do I start?
So we were blessed. We were blessed to be working for a great company. We work for Hepler Realty in North Carolina. The owner provided us with the software and the Mojo Dollar to do the calls.
So Cole Realty and Mojo, he went ahead and paid for it because we told him we had this, we know Greg McDaniels, he's making all this money. I know I can do this, I promise. And he was like, okay, guys, I'm going to go out on a limb and pay for this. So
and on Facebook, you don't have to have, you can start advertising and not pay them. You have to pay them after you reach like $700. So
Really?
we literally were spending money we didn't have on Facebook ads.
Because you believed in yourself and you were betting on yourself, right? You knew that
we were all in. And my mom was mad regardless.
If you're not making your mom mad, you're not doing something right in business.
That's why my mom was always pissed at me. I guess I'm doing something right in business.
That's right.
Okay, so like I said, guys, so you guys are starting to do the ads. You're starting to do everything. Is there anything you were afraid to do that you stepped into, like being fearful, but you're like, screw it, this is what I got to do? Like doing the calls, talking to the people. What was that thing or things?
I guess at the very beginning, it was just like taking that first step of actually taking some action, like taking all the knowledge that we had and just taking action. Because we just wanted to keep learning, but our money was just leaving. So, once we started taking action, man, I'm never scared to pick up the phone. Like I've made tons of phone calls even before real estate and stuff like that. But, it was really just taking action. So,
okay.
And once we did, it started coming back. So.
What was that time frame? You said 90 days. You pulled in the $91,000. How many listings versus buyers did you guys work with in those 90 days? And did you care if you wanted to work with more listings or more buyers?
It was actually more buyers, and I guess this is kind of where we can kind of go into our new home. What we did to actually get all these buyers.
Give us the knowledge.
Exactly, the knowledge. Yeah. So once we had our first 2 or 3 buyers, we realized how aggravating that shit is. And we're like,
what?
Yes, we are not cut out for that. So we actually had someone that was supposed to meet with a new home builder, and we could not make it to the appointment. And so we just sent them to the new home builder. We emailed them the buyer contract, and they went under contract, and we never met them. So we looked at. I remember sitting in the truck, and we looked at each other like, "Dude,
bro, why don't we do this like full time? Like just send people to new home builders, and that's it. Never have to meet them, and they'll just sign the. Which I know is different from state to state on whether or not you can do that or not. Mm-hmm. But in North Carolina, I guess they're a little bit more lackadaisical with that. But literally, what we were doing, we just started running new home ads on Facebook. Basically trying to, basically leading people on to the fact that you can get a new home for better bang for your buck, basically. And we started sending people to new home builders, just whatever new home builder was closest to them and whatever fit their criteria, what they needed. And literally, that was pretty much it.
When I heard that strategy for the first time, I was absolutely blown away. I looked at Brandon and John. I'm like, hold on, let me back this bus up a second here. Pump the brakes. Are you telling me that all you did is ran ads, signed a buyer agreement with them, and then referred them to a new home builder? They did all the work, and you made your commission? They're like, yep, that's it. I'm like, mother blank blank. Why did I not know about this like 17, 18 years ago? Gosh,
it's a glitch.
But see, that's the beautiful thing, guys. And everyone who's listening to this right now, I want you to pay attention to what you're hearing from these two geniuses. They found a problem, and they came up with a solution in it. Matt and I, had the opportunity to work with Jay Samet. He wrote a book called Disrupt You. He has a 40-page workbook that's attached. You can go download it. And what it does, it says find 3 things for 30 days that irritate you or frustrate you or you're just ticked off about. Write down those 3 things for 30 days, and mathematically proving to the fact that there are $100 million or $1 billion ideas in those those things that irritate you, just like you guys hated working with the buyers, like, dude, this sucks shit on a hot day out of a paper bag. We've got to do something, and so you guys are like, how can I make everyone else work for me? Oh, well, here you go. I mean, that's great. So I want you guys to start thinking about what's bothering you. I love buyers personally. I like them. I like getting out of the office, even though they can be really annoying, clingy, and everything else, kind of like an ex-girlfriend. But if you're able to,
well, there is another point there that I want to make in terms of the like finding this loophole, right, that you guys have kind of stumbled into, which is not really a loophole, because the thing that people forget about so often is that the cost of acquiring a new client is expensive, and the ability to generate a new client is a skill. And a lot of people go into business and they think, well, I can do X, Y, and Z for somebody, and I can do it at this price, or I can handle this many, whatever the case is, but they don't think about what it takes to actually get new clients. So a lot of people get into real estate not because they're good at attracting clients, but because they want to show houses and they like HGTV a lot, and they're not thinking about what it takes to generate a new client. And a lot of home builders are that way too. They're not marketers. They are home builders. They are technicians. If you read the E-Myth, he talks about the technician, right? So you're very good at what you do, whatever that thing is, but that usually doesn't accompany marketing skills, right? That's a whole other skill set. There's the rare business person that's a very great technician and a great marketer. Those guys build massive businesses. Awesome. Most of us are not both. So we have to find people to do that for us, one of the two of those things. So Greg, you're a great marketer, you're a great salesperson. So you have to find people like Eileen that can do the detail stuff behind the scenes or with the client so that you can build your business, right?
Right. That's why you and I work so well together, is because we feed off of each other's energy. I mean, we have a good time working together. It's very important. But I mean, Matt is very systematic, if you guys didn't know this already. And he keeps me and a lot of other people on track. So who can you find to keep you on track and do the things that you may not be the best at? And I mean, Brandon, John, you guys are the same way. I mean, you guys have fun doing it.
So guys, Jeff Colon has a good question, which is, who are these guys? Guys, where are you based out of, by the way? You guys are new agents, but what area are you working?
Greensboro, North Carolina, and the Triad area here. So Greensboro. Okay. Yeah.
Cool. Greensboro. All right, awesome. So I just wanted to clarify so that people know exactly where they're at, where you guys are at, so that you can they can send you guys referrals. And so next steps for you guys. I mean, are you now that you've kind of seen what it's like to work with buyers, obviously you've kind of figured out a way that you can potentially ship them off to new home builders, and that's great. But you're already experienced at taking listings. So are you going to attempt to scale up that side of your business a little bit?
That's one thing we've been thinking about, really what our next steps are going to be, because we kind of had a little business plan that we wrote out the other night, where it was going to make us $1 million a day. By scaling wide, nationwide, the whole the new home scheme.
Right.
So
let's not call it a scheme. Yes.
That's a bad word for it.
That would
the
be
new home opportunity.
Yes.
The new home opportunity.
Now you're selling me a multi-level marketing plan. This is a phenomenal opportunity for you and your family. You're like, oh shit, here it comes.
Do I get from home? Run Facebook ads in your boxers.
That's how I run my ads. I don't know.
Well, speaking of Facebook ads and stuff, Brandon, have you experimented with Ad Espresso yet?
With Ad Espresso, I have not.
All right, that is badass. So when you were testing all these different pictures and headlines, the Ad Espresso is one software that interfaces with your Facebook ad accounts that allows you to upload all of your images and all of your headlines and split test all of it against each other, and then starts to, once it has the ads up and running for a couple of days, it starts spitting out reports of this picture is underperforming and this headline is underperforming. You can start knocking off the low-hanging fruit of the ads that aren't performing, at least up to par, and then you can keep on improving your ads. So it's a really nice interface for running Facebook ads. I would imagine, yes. Sadly, it was around when you were doing that. I wish you would have known about it. But anyway, so you guys basically scaled up on the basis of expired listings and generating buyer leads and shipping them off to new home builders. Was there any other source of business that we're leaving out that contributed to that 90K in 90 days? Did you guys actually work with a buyer? Did you actually work with a buyer that you generated off of one of your expired listings and go take them out and show homes and sell a house conventionally?
No.
No.
Nothing much of what we did was conventional. It was a little.
Yeah, apparently not.
For the people that follow us on Snapchat, it was quite entertaining.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
All right, so Josh Rodriguez has a good question. Brandon, this would be for you. What was the content of the Facebook ads and the call to action? So not to give away the secret sauce, but just in general, what did you guys find?
I don't mind providing. I'll give all the action, all the value away I can. Really, I can take some screenshots and throw them in the comment section below. But mostly, for the most part, I would try, like, when the summertime, I would say, pool homes in Greensboro, North Carolina. Click here to view pool homes.
But let me tell you what not to do real quick, because I remember some of his ads, and I was like, I don't know if that's going to work too good, considering you got to know who you're advertising to, and make sure you use a picture that can actually fit that area, because we were using some pictures from like Miami, Florida, and then you can see trees that aren't located in North Carolina. Yeah, they're palm trees and stuff like
Right.
that's not in North Carolina.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, just like you said, man, just trying different images and headlines out. Click here was always in there. Learn more, and that would take them to the website. So I would learn how to use Facebook pixels is a big thing. You can YouTube that. That's a big thing. So.
Yeah, so then you're running retargeted ads to people that visit your website.
Yeah, I can throw some pictures of my ads into the comments. So
yeah, that'd be awesome, guys. Very cool. And that's what people miss stuff like little things like that, like the click here and learn more. Which if you go back and read some of Dan Kennedy's stuff, it just refreshes you on just how clear and concise you have to be in your ads, and you have to literally tell people in exact words what you want them to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and another thing about the ads that we actually were just doing in the last 2 months probably, and it's been pre-qualifying them in the ad. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's pre-qualifying them, so the people that you're calling, they already know what they need. Like we need a certain credit score, and we need a certain income. So.
Interesting. Go deeper on that a little bit. How was that a beta test that you guys were like, oh shit, this actually works, or did you guys read this?
Yeah, we found out. I was on the phone with 99 people that weren't qualified to one person that was qualified.
Yeah, and that can get aggravating.
That sounds like
so. It was simple. It was like, okay, here's the problem. Like the solution needs to be in the ads, bro. Your ads are horrible, man. And so we just put the credit qualification and the income qualification in there.
That's fantastic. I love that idea. Manny has a question for us on the page. Zillow, have you guys used those leads? And I'm probably going to actually, do you guys use Zillow ads or Truly ads or Realtor.com or anything like that?
We stopped. Yeah, we did. We stopped immediately because the ROI of Zillow versus Facebook ads, when you put in as much work and time, is crap.
Yeah. And this is something.
Money. Yeah, it does make you money, but
and especially another big thing about Zillow, if you don't already have a lot of recent sales on there, then you're already it looks worse on you. So unless you already have like 30, 40, 50 recent sales, then being on Zillow, I don't feel like is a good idea at all.
You know what? That's interesting. A lot of people say the same thing because a lot of agents that are either new or getting back into the business, I mean, it used to be all about numbers. How many leads can I get? Well, guys, these are not leads that Zillow is giving you. They are respondents to an advertisement. A lead is someone that is like saying, hey, I want to do something now, or yes, I will work with you. Not like, hey, what's the value of my house? Yes, that's nice. It's a funnel, but also Zillow, don't get sucked up into these big, number games going, hey, look, I'll give you 40 leads a month or 100 leads a month. That's really sexy right out of the gate. That's like, yeah, man, 100 leads a month? Cool. Shit, I got to call 100 leads. And then what happens next month? Another 100. Now you're 200. Month 3. Now you got 300. Now you got 400. You can't sustain that. Then you have a bad quality customer service, no follow-up, leads fall between the cracks. Then you look back and be like, damn it, why didn't Brandon work with me? I called that guy one time. I'm so pissed.
And a pro tip for Facebook advertising is we found out through, what we're actually going for is a qualified client, which, as we know, as real estate agents, is usually a credit score. So what I started targeting to actually fix this problem too, besides putting the qualifications in the ad, was on Facebook you can go in and you can qualify people based off of income and stuff like that. But the biggest one is credit. You can target by premium credit cards, by
how many credit cards they have.
Lines. Yeah, so 5 credit lines, and then I exclude people you definitely. I mean, I'm not going to go into what we exclude because I don't know how ethical that is, but make sure you exclude who you don't want to work with.
Yeah.
In this,
Can we exclude people by name? Just Greg,
Yeah.
Nick, Daniel.
If they're fans of Young Thug, you're not going to see our advertisement.
No, if you are a gangbanger, you will not see our advertisements.
Oh, that's funny.
But I mean, in reality speaking, I mean, advertising to a 13-year-old girl who's in junior high or whatever age that is, she's not going to be your buyer, right? And that's an extreme case. Or a 95-year-old, guy or gal, they're not going to be moving. They're probably not even on Facebook either. But I mean, you get my point. Zero it down and really start becoming a master of what your demographic looks like. That goes right back to, the guy and the gal that's behind you. I mean, that you write down all the different attributes about. Yeah, no, seriously, they're right behind you right now, guys. Look, see, you don't see them?
Martha Cervantes says, exclude? Greg, where did you find these guys? I love it. So that's I love it because I love it for a few reasons. Number one, if you're not excluding, you're not attracting, which what I'm saying, like just in marketing terms, if you're not excluding, you're not attracting. But it is one of those like little known ways to cut your pay-per-click spend costs is to somehow exclude the extra results. So if you have a city that has, and I think Greensboro, isn't there a Greensboro, North and South Carolina? Is it Greensboro, or there's a couple cities, maybe it's Greenville or something like that has they're both in South and North Carolina, but that's not the only one. There's not the only city where there's another town of that name in another state. On the back end of your ads, if you exclude results for that other town that's in some other state, just simple things like that will limit your pay-per-click spend. But that's hopefully.
One thing on the ads I've started running recently is I've been literally narrowing it down to the zip code. For our seller ads, I would say, do you live in, or I'm an expert in area code 27265. Let me help you sell your home. And you can only target people in 27265. So
I interviewed somebody out in Arizona, the Kenny Klaus team, and they do all of their branding, marketing, and farming by zip code. So they actually bought all the domains for all the zip codes that they could around their place. And when they do all their farming mailers, their website is 85726.com, 85725.com. Like if you live in that zip code, if I want anything about real estate, all I have to do is just type in my own zip code.com. And it gets to their website. So they actually have a combination of people that are directly responding to their mailers, and then they have people that just respond to them eventually out of the blue because they get to know through the mailers and through the truck and the cars rolling through their neighborhood with the zip code plastered on the side of it. They get to know that, hey, if I have questions about real estate, all I have to do is just type in my zipcode.com. So that's interesting. I like that strategy too.
Wow.
So John,
that's a great idea.
John
and Brandon,
I got a question
podcast
for you. Hey, I got so guys, quick question for you right now from Stevie Hahn. She asked, she's an agent out of Florida, and a dear good friend of mine. So Stevie, what up? Glad to see you here, my friend. She asked, what website does the ad take them to? Is your personal website or is it the builder's website? Now, I'm sure there's a few people that are asking that. If you do structure the deal with the builder, or did you take them in, kill them, and then pass them off as dead meat to the builders?
That's a good question. So the website they go to is our website. Our website actually is viewtriadhomes.com. So when they go to that website, it's going to make them put their information in. And the reason we take them to our website is so we can capture their information because they may or may not want to buy a new home. So when they go to our site, it automatically puts them on a 3-year drip campaign. So that that's a vital thing.
So did you buy this website or did you build this website that you know?
We bought. But we bought the website. We use a company called Perfect Storm now.
And Josh Smith. Perfect Storm. Is that Joshua Smith?
Yeah. Exactly. Joshua Smith.
Yeah, Joshua Smith. Yeah.
Because I've heard nothing bad about that. I've heard it's very, 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 very good. Josh Bryan is another guy that gets a lot of leads from that. But it just took a little bit of work on your guys' side, right? And you're able to, it's $150 a month or something like that, and then you can turn on and off the switch of leads as much as you can handle, right? So it's not like the 100 leads from Zillow. These are actual, just up to you how much you can work with.
Yeah, you can turn that on and off on the Facebook side. Yeah.
See, that's just genius. I just love that for $150. I mean, Matt and I don't make a dime off of promoting any other products on the show. It's just if the shit works, why not use it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yep. So have you guys started targeting like specific neighborhoods or anything like that on Facebook, joining any of the Facebook groups or anything that, else that Josh recommends to send traffic into your Perfect Storm site?
Yeah. So when we
Yeah.
first started, we did that. We
Okay.
would get on every night at 7 p.m. and go post into the local communities. The same thing as our Facebook ad. We make a Facebook ad in each group and copy and paste it, and it would drive traffic from the Facebook group to our website, and we would get leads that way.
I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Now that video is such a big thing, I wonder if it would be more or less effective to post a video into each of the groups that you're a part of versus written text with a link in the comments. Have you guys tried that at all? So people
I went live in a couple groups. They just go live in just some random groups, and that worked out okay. But it's a little bit time consuming. You know what I mean? When I can hit a lot more groups by just dropping a picture in there, but it's a great idea if you ain't got nothing else to do.
Yeah, we stopped doing it specifically. Yeah. And the only reason we stopped doing it was because we couldn't target who we wanted to get from the ads. So a bunch of
Okay, gotcha.
No offense, but we're a bunch of fugly ass dudes. If you're a hot chick, the video probably would work out more effectively. I mean,
Yes.
Let's face it.
For real.
Matt's sitting there going, "I'm not ugly. The fuck are you talking about, buddy?"
I got the moral. Thanks. Appreciate it. Appreciate you lumping me in with all the fugly dudes.
No, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
All
Okay,
right, so Jonathan, give me a quick breakdown of your experience calling expired listings. What did you learn going through it, just starting out, and versus what you know now? Anything you do differently? Any scripts that you liked versus what you don't like?
Well, at the beginning, I tried like direct scripts, and then I realized I'm not really good with scripts because you try to memorize them, and then if you get off key, you forget where you're at, and half the time they're going to interrupt you and tell you to don't ever call you again anyway. So, my biggest thing was just try to call and be as personable as possible, and my goal will be to attempt to get them to giggle or chuckle, within the first 10 seconds. So. Really, and if I could do that, it's a game over. And even if for the people that do say, they get mad that you called them via a cold call or something like that, literally, I'll try to change the whole phone call by saying, "Oh, okay, well, my bad. I didn't mean to call you. Just chill for a second. Let's talk about something non-real estate related. What do you do for a living?"
No way. What kind of response do you get to that question?
Is that your teacup Yorkie in the background? What is that? Well, that's a Rottweiler. Oh, sorry. Gosh, I'm a little bit off today.
If people get pissed at me, I'm like, I'm so sorry. I had a Fat Finger Tuesday or Fat Finger Wednesday or whatever it is, and make a joke out of it. Or they yell at me like, "What the blank are you doing? Call me." Wait, this isn't Matt Johnson? Oh gosh, I must have had a Fat Finger Friday. My apologies. So, what are you thinking of selling? Good.
Hey, I'm sorry, sir. I was just trying to provide for my family. My bad.
The one thing I would say
you don't respect the hustle? Okay.
Wait a minute. Your family being like the Sony PlayStation and the dog?
I have a family. I have a 6-year-old daughter and a 5-month-old son.
Oh,
Matt,
right. Bam, baby.
Yeah, I got bitch slapped on that one.
Come
All
on
right,
now,
you got a real family. All right.
But some of the things that I also say is that I say it very laughingly, kind of with a sing-song in my voice. I say, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. You have got to excuse my proactive marketing." You would never. And I got the eye rub. God, it took a little longer than normal. But
sorry about that.
It's okay. I haven't offended you enough yet.
Oh man, that's awesome.
So basically, you were essentially flirting with the lead. If you can get them to giggle or smile or do something, then that wall is broken down. You can start having a conversation. You can then dive into the meat of what you're really calling about, bringing value at all times, and then also recognizing at the exact same time, if you aren't the right person to talk to them, if you're not bringing value to their life, hey, let them go. Have a good day. All right, bye-bye. Sorry for your time.
Or give me a referral.
Yeah, you don't know me. I talked to you for 5 minutes, but send me your family. That'd be great.
I know you hate me at this point, but I'm going to text you all my information, okay? Just.
Oh, Christ almighty. But what he's really saying here, guys, is the fact that he's going into it scripted, but he's not going into it scripted at the exact same time. He's going in to bring value, and he's making their life better in some way, shape, or form. Now, if it's going to be to close the deal, which ultimately you're going to want to close the deal, and I get it. That's why we're here. It's for our incomes, right? But if you can maybe refer them, maybe a painter, a gardener, a handyman, an attorney, whatever, a dog walker, whatever it is, guess what? That's value. You now are perceived as someone who actually gives a rat's ass about that other human being. Therefore, the law of reciprocity will step in, and then they will feel, chemically and mentally bound to you to send business your direction because you didn't even ask for it. You gave before you received. I mean, that's one of the biggest things you need to understand. John, you do a great job of doing that. You're very charismatic. People can hear that you got high energy. When you're going to do these calls, guys, it's also important to come across like you're excited to do this. Like, you are pumped, man. Let's do this thing. Oh, you told me to go blank myself? Okay. Thank you. Yeah. And you're out the door. Yeah. Or you don't let it get down. I talk to so many people that have a very negative mindset and outlook of what they're doing. Therefore, it's portrayed across the phone lines. Now, as we all know, 7% of communication is the actual words, the verbiage that is coming out of your mouth. 36% of it is your tonality. All right. And 55% is going to be your body language. Since they can't see you on the calls, guess what, guys? Your tonality is your body language. Are you excited? Are you grumpy? Are you sleepy? Are you irritated? What are you? And that's an incredibly important thing to keep in mind as you guys go through the either prospecting on doors or calls or whatever else. And Brandon, I'm going to ask you this, since you're the grandmaster of Facebook ads. You can hear tonality in an ad, right? In written word. I mean, exactly. The phrasing, the words, everything. So be aware of that, how that works, guys. And like you guys were talking about before, you want to build the ads for people that are in the areas that you're working. Now, like you guys said, if you had palm trees and people in bikinis, probably not going to be the best thing for North Carolina in the dead of winter. Okay?
Yeah.
But if you have people bundled up and you're showing beautiful, snowy houses or whatever, I don't know if you guys get snow where you are.
A little bit here and there.
Okay, good, because otherwise
we're not going to have a white Christmas.
Neither am I.
Probably similar to the Bay Area. Yeah, and Manny DeSilva says, I hate expired listings. In California, owners get like 80 calls, so I run over to the home and drop a package at the front door with a letter instead, which is a great idea. Yeah. Same thing. I mean, you can get a lot across in a letter accompanying something that you drop off at somebody's door, because the same thing. If you put it together like whatever it is, a personal letter from you, or whether it's a sales letter about your expired listing program or whatever, they can hear the tone of your voice in whatever you write, if you're good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one big thing I would recommend is a book. It's called Phrases That Sell. There's a 1 and a 2. When you're going through your ads or whatever you're doing, look and see. It'll say use this, not that. Do you have that, Greg?
Yeah, I think it's in Greg's hand. I saw the white and red.
Yeah.
Where's it
sell?
Greg has no idea what you're talking about. He's never heard of that book before.
I have them. I have never used them. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. Wait, I have to write. Nope, not doing that.
Yeah.
There's another book called Phrases That Sell as well.
Oh, good. So they do all the work for me.
Exactly. They do all the work for me. Yep.
Oh, God, I love life hacks. Thank you, guys. Matt's just like, oh, my God.
All right, guys. So remind people, I put the link to your website, the viewtryadhomes.com, right?
Correct. I mean,
okay, cool.
the best way to get in contact with us probably would be his Snapchat.
Yeah. Okay.
I sent everybody a personal video greetings message too. It takes like 12 hours of my day, but I love
it. I'll sacrifice my life for yours. It's cool. Oh God. Good thing we don't have energy or not high I's and high D's on this show. Holy crap.
No, God, no.
Yeah, for real. I need some damn coffee, woman. Bring me
all right, so Jonathan, what is your Snapchat? You got to give it up.
It's a snap tag, SNAP-TAG.
Cool. All right, short for your last name, take it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So snap-tag. Okay. Cool. And you guys are in Greensboro, right? So what's when you say triad, what does that consist of?
Greensboro, Winston-Salem, High Point. Yeah, pretty much.
It's about 500,000 people. That's about 500,000.
Nice. Pretty good size area.
And they say getting a farm area, people are like, how big is your farm? Like 300 or 500. And you're like, fuck this shit. I'm just gonna do 500,000. Yeah, I should probably net out some good stuff.
For real.
All right, guys. So before we go, tell me, this is what I'm curious about, obviously. So you guys didn't get a chance to do a McDaniel challenge before you embarked on this journey and got all these results. You just had your call with Greg like a couple of weeks ago. Just tell me about the experience and what was that like? Because I don't get to hear those calls.
Man, the McDaniel challenge was amazing. Oh, man.
It's uncensored, bro. Go ahead.
It's so uncensored.
Oh,
No,
Lord.
and listen, I mean, we were when we first scheduled it like 5 months ago. I mean, it took like 4 or 5 months to even get him to call. So, but and all honestly, we forgot about the call because we had already done so much activity. Yeah, I'm not gonna, but I'm so glad you did because it really was a freaking game changer for us. Obviously, we're on the show right now, but regardless, I think, you know, for especially anybody that can get that call from Greg, I mean, with all the nuggets that he dropped on us and all the value, I mean, literally there was stuff that he told us, you know, low key that is going to change our game, you know, even from here on out as well. And if we would have known some of those life hacks that he told us about, we would have been a lot more organized on our journey as well. So,
What? Greg told you things would help you be organized? See, this is the problem. I don't get to hear all the stuff that Greg steals from me and then passes off as his advice.
What? I'm like,
Matt, he didn't mention your name one time, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, all right, now go read the book Scale. Go read Managing the Professional Service Firm. It's a great book. David Maister's the man. Go sign up for SaneBox. Yeah. It just starts going down the list of stuff that I say.
You get all these affiliate links and promo codes.
Oh my God, you guys kill me. Holy shitballs. But yeah, you know, it was a lot of fun, guys. The McDaniel challenge. If you guys are booked onto it, it's booked into April of 2018. So we are on pause at this point. But I can always be reached on the Facebook Messenger for a quick question, because if I'm driving around, I'll shoot you a voice message or a video message back, so if there's anything I can do to help you guys. Just because it's booked out that long, do not stop reaching out to me. I mean, I had I was texting back and forth with Sal today. Super cool dude. I was able to answer a couple quick questions for him. Kristen Jones on YouTube, you know, another great gal. I was able to talk with her and direct her over to Beverly, you know, talk about, you know, online buyer scripts. And then Jason on Facebook Messenger, he and I were chatting today, answering some quick questions for him, getting some stuff set up, meet with him. So you guys, I mean, I'm out here because I love you guys. I really do love you. And I want to see you become the rock stars that you want to be, and I want you to maintain and grow to the next level of rock star. If there's anything I can help, that's how I want to do it. So that's our show in a that kind of sums us up on that.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, can I drop one more nugget for everybody?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
Okay. There's a website. Well, there's two of them. I forgot the one, which is kind of important, but the one's called similarweb.com. When you go to similarweb.com.
Okay.
You can type in anyone's real estate website, and it'll tell you where they're spending their money at on advertising,
Really?
what they're at on Google, what pay-per-click words they're using, how much they're spending on these words.
Are y'all hearing this? What?
There's another one specifically for Facebook pages, and you can put the Facebook page in there just like Similar Web. But if you Google Facebook, I'll try to find the freaking website on my book, and I'll throw it in the comments. But you can put in the facebook.com/page names, and it'll show you all their advertisements as well. So that's pretty.
That is a trip. I'm on the site right now. Yeah, I think it's a trip right there.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It literally it's all the keys. You can see what ads people have been running, how long they've been running them for, so you know which ones are working. So you can literally hack someone else's real estate business.
Dude, that's just straight gangster. You need like a gold chain
don't
and like.
Hack ours.
Just don't hack ours.
Don't hack ours, please.
Leave us alone, man. We were nice. We gave to you. Hey, Martha said that this is one of her favorite videos. So Martha, thank you, and she loves that we're adding so much value. So Brandon, John, you guys brought some massive value today, and Martha's loving on you. And Josh is loving on you. All right, Matt, we want to wrap this thing up, and guys, if you want to talk to my ISA at Talon Prospecting Phillip. And I talked to him today, not in the holidays because there's nobody home and everyone's traveling right now. But he is going to be guaranteeing me 10 appointments a week for sellers and buyers. 10 a week, that's 40 a month. Okay, not leads, guys, appointments. So if you want more information about that, hit me up, private message me. I'll put Phil in touch with you guys, and we'll kind of go from there. So that's my little plug for Talon.
Cool.
Now you can have back control, Matt.
Yes. Well, subscribe on iTunes and Stitcher if you want the audio versions. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube so you get the video versions, the latest videos when they go up. And yeah, so there's two things on the website to check out. McDanielRealEstateSystems.com. You can get the free download Greg's favorite scripts, which is all of his good stuff for online buyer and online seller leads, as well as client management scripts, all kinds of good stuff in there. And then our farming training course, high-tech real estate farming, is up there for $99, super cheap. It's where I basically cracked Greg's head open like a watermelon, just split that thing right down the middle, and got all the goodness out. I did, but I did more of a Gallagher theme before it, so I'm having to revisit different ways of destroying the fruits to get the content I need. But anyway, like squeezing a nectarine in a vice on a workshop bench. That's how I got Greg's all the goodness out of Greg's head. Anyway, that's what went into the farming course.
We're going to rework. We're going to take another look at our friendship, pal.
Yeah, exactly.
Mean.
I am mean.
All
it
right,
took a
guys.
lot to sit you down and get all that out of you. But anyway, yeah, that is all the time we have for guys. We appreciate it, guys, like sharing everything that you're doing, really cracking open kind of the process of what you guys are going through, exactly how you're generating your leads and answering everybody's questions on the show. That was awesome. We really appreciate you guys being with us.
Yeah.
Big time. Hey, we appreciate it as well, fellas.
Cool.
All
if
right,
there's anything we can do, reach out. And for everybody that's watching at home, we really appreciate it. We've got a great episode coming up on Wednesday of this week. So 2 days from now, we're doing a live like rock star prospecting, and it's going to be like the version of Top Producers Coach's Corner, and Greg is the coach. So we're going to have some new viewers with us from the Top Producer side. We don't have an official guest for that show other than Colin from Top Producer, who'll be chiming in on some of the integrations that they're doing, but mostly it's going to be Greg sharing exactly what it takes to become a rock star prospector, everything from how to make 100+ calls an hour to what dialer and where he's getting his data, all that stuff that everybody wants to know all the time on the Lead Gen Scription Objections Facebook group. We're also going to talk a little bit about door knocking, Facebook Live, and community videos. So how to pair that up so that you make every single conversation easier by putting some high tech with your high touch. So that's on Wednesday. Don't want to miss it. If you guys are not already liking the page, it's the Top Producer Coach's Corner on Facebook. That's where we're going to be broadcasting the live feed. So check that out, guys.
Mm-hmm. And when you guys tune in for that, I will give you my brand new script that is working miracles in a short period of time and allowing me to crush through more calls and more people, get to the point and move forward faster in whatever way I can. So I will share that new script with you guys and how I have perfected it and still perfecting it, just so you guys can talk and communicate with more people. So
and to answer your question, Manny, 3 p.m. Pacific. That's when it goes down on Wednesday.
Yeah, Carlo was asking
every Monday and Wednesday at 3.
So guys, all right, we are out of here. Brandon and John, stay put. But to all the rest of you guys, I love you. I'm coming back and doing live prospecting here in just a few minutes. So I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Hey,
see you later, yo.
Bang, bang.